AutoCAD allows you to use a model space grid. It's a bit like graph paper that you used to use at school when you were doing mathematics and technical drawing and drafting. It's controlled again down on the status bar by the drafting settings here. And it's this one here. If I click on grid and switch it on, there's the grid. Now you'll notice just underneath my 3D solid there, can you see the grid lines tie up? So I should be able to move this object here by using just the grid. Now, to do that, I need to actually switch on the snap controls as well. Now, I'm not going to do that in this particular instance. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to move it deliberately so it's off grid. So let's just roll back on the wheel and zoom out a little. And there's my 3D solid. I'm just going to pan across. And can you see there, the perspective kicks in and you can see it's a 3D solid. So what I am going to do is check here that this icon is on, my 3D object snap, that one there. That gives me some 3D snaps that I can utilize. Now I'm going to utilize one of those right on the top of this solid here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go up to the Home tab, I'm going to go to the Modify panel, and notice I'm in 2D drafting and annotation right now in the workspaces there. I click on Move, and I'm going to hover over the object, left click on it to select it, and then I'm going to right click to confirm. It then prompts me for a base point. Now if I hover there and just touch there, I actually get a center snap. Now that center snap is not actually physically a 3D center snap. What I might need to do is just go down here to Orbit on the navigation bar, click and drag a little bit like this, and then right click and exit the orbit. And now, can you see when I hover here, I get different center snaps. When I hover, there's a center snap there. And as I come down, which center snap do I want? Well, you want the center snap that's the center of the base. And it's actually that one there. It looks a bit strange, but we're looking at it in an isometric view at the moment. So I click there, and I can actually move that object anywhere on that grid. Now I'm doing it freehand right now without the snap. So if I do that and place it off grid deliberately, and then go back to the view cube here and click on the top view, you can see now it's off grid. That center doesn't tally up with any grid lines. So how does our grid help us? Well, what we need to do is move on to the next part of this exercise and look at the snap settings in our drafting settings.